The tentacles of a different form of warfare are leaching into Iraqi society.
أشوف أنا شوي يعني أشوف أنا أقول ابن شبيه يعني شبيه.
أتعاطى مخدرات أتعاطى كريستال.
Far too many are susceptible when joy, happiness, a vision for the future is blurred away.
وضع البلد من تعبان وهذا شغل ما.
جماعتي قالوا هذا الشيء أحسن وراح يوديك غير مكان.
Officials say the drug networks here have grown more complex over the last few years, and as of late, recruiting more women. Thoraya, her husband, and a man she refers to as their friend, smuggled, sold, and used crystal meth.
أشرب وياهم كريستال ورجلي قال لي خلينا نجيب ونبيع يشتري من الحدود.
The friend would get it from the Iranian border, from the big dealers, she says.
They used her mostly to smuggle their drug stash through checkpoints because she would just hide it underneath her clothes. And women here tend not to get searched.
ما فكرت بأي شيء ولا خوف أي شاربة.
They were all captured in a house they were selling out of, with around $18,000 worth of crystal meth. Iraq's anti-drug unit, which officials say is undermanned and underfunded, has yet to make what they would consider a significant bust. Their biggest seizures are in the country's south, close to the border with Iran, the main transit point for crystal meth. The era of COVID-19 has resulted in a surge in demand, General Imad Hussein with the anti-drug unit tells us. More unemployment, more frustrated youth idling in the streets, more targets. The drug dealers will give someone a hit or two for free, General Hussein explains. Once they are hooked, they often start to deal themselves to finance their own addiction. The unit has intelligence that dealers are active in this market.
They have about 5 or 6 wanted people in this neighborhood.
General Hussein chats with people, giving them the hotline number for tips. They get hundreds a day, and tries to ease some of the distress that exists between the population and the security forces. He compares the booming drug trade to another face of terrorism. The era of traditional warfare, with two armies facing each other, is over, he says. The enemies of Iraq are also using drugs to destroy the core of our society, our youth. The anti-drug department prison in Baghdad's western district is full. Each cell is meant to hold 30, but there are more than 50 men here, dealers and addicts. Up until 2016, Khalid says he had steady work as a security contractor. Then it all fell apart. He lost his job, spiraling into depression. Friends pushed him to try crystal meth.
لحوا عليه اشرب هذا شيء زين ينسيك لحد ما طبيت يعني بعد وقعت بيه.
The love of his life left him.
يعني ماكو يوم انا انسى يعني ما اتذكره وما اتذكر ايام حلوه وياه وهذا.
Khalid's cellmate Mahmoud, who agreed to show his face on camera, says he ended up stealing from his elderly mother to fund his crystal meth habit.
ما كنا نوصل لهاي الحالة يعني من ضلنا تعودنا على هذا ما نفكر بيها.
يعني أكثر من مرة أنا أكتب له جيت بعدك شو وقت تيجي يقول لي أترجاكم بأقرب وقت ممكن ساعدوني أنا من المتعاطين خلصني من هاي الشغلة.
Each appeal coming through on Inas's Facebook page is one more person she hopes she can help recover, one more drug addict she can keep out of prison.
This is a message from a teenager in Basra. He writes that he's 15 years old, that he wants treatment, that he wants to get better, but he doesn't know what to do.
Inas, a middle school biology teacher who realized that some of her students were using, is trying to raise awareness about the options that exist for addicts. Many users who want to recover are afraid the authorities will just detain them. What most don't know is that if they willingly go to rehab, there are no legal repercussions under Iraqi law.
المخدرات ثلاث طرق إلها مصحة وسجن وموت. ماكو طريق رابع لهم.
The beds at this rehab center are full. The doctors here tell us they have to cycle out patients faster than they would like to. This young man says he used to drive a tuk-tuk. One of his passengers offered him crystal meth, and that was it. He was hooked.
His parents found him with a gun to his head because he was having hallucinations that people were coming at him and ordering him to kill himself.
Ahmed was discharged 2 days ago, but he says he still has cravings. His mother is too afraid to take him back home to southern Iraq.
لا والله ما متوقعش ما متوقع يعني ينقلب من إنسان إلى وحش ينقلب.
She's scared he will use again.
انتحر بعد ما تحمل.
When high, Ahmed at times would beat her, set things on fire.
يعني فكرت أتزوج أشتري لي شيء يعني ما كل معه كل هذا البيت على كل شيء.
Crystal meth, he says, made him feel powerful, like there was no limit to what he could achieve. A tantalizing state of mind in a country that has repeatedly shackled its own youth, and now risks losing more of it to addiction. Arwa Damon, CNN, Baghdad.